is KC Sports Network, proudly presented by Emprise Bank.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Defensive Film Breakdown, brought to you by Derrick Johnson, Defend the Dream Foundation. I am Craig Stout. I am joined by the man whose foundation sponsors this entire thing right here, Derrick Johnson. DJ, how we doing this week? Are you happy to see the Chiefs back on the winning track coming off of this weekend game?
So happy, man. We got wins right now, a premium for us. It's going to be a different road in the playoffs for us, especially later on. We may not have that home field advantage, which we love. We've been spoiled the last few years or 5 years, but we were winning. You know, it's hard to get wins, and we're doing it in a different way, a more defensively way. But we still have Pat Mahomes, who's serving them up. Great game this past week, and defense again is just showing out. I love Rashee Rice, the young receiver. I mean, he's just getting better and better. And right now, we need more people to step up, up, do your job type of deal. You know, you don't have to do too much. We need all hands in deck, and we'll be good.
Yeah, it's one of those that's kind of weird to talk about with this team because we're just used to them just kind of steamrolling everybody on offense. Like everything has felt so effortless since Patrick Mahomes took over. And I think you mentioned it right there. Winning's difficult. Like, this is not like sustained victory, sustained success in the NFL is really difficult. I know we've talked about this before, but I think we've kind of gotten a little bit, for lack of a better term, spoiled by the fact that Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, you know, they come in here and it just seems like everything, it's just, you expect to win. You know, Vegas expects a win. You know, it just happens that way. So a little bit of, you know, you got to get down in the slog a little bit sometimes to kind of get things right, get back on top again. Not anything that's concerning, at least to me, DJ, but I don't know about you.
Yeah, no, we'll be good. I'm not concerned at all. It's going to be a little different this year, you know, whatever that means. Not saying we're you know, not even the past years, we were never booked to go to the Super Bowl, but we can get there. We can get there, man. We got a really, really good team, and it may not be as flashy as we wanted, but the Chiefs are, I'm just telling you, they're I mean, not trying to foresee this future, but I'm just telling you, we'll be late in the postseason, put it like that.
Yeah. DJ's not saying it, but I will say it. Chiefs are going to be in the AFC Championship game. I'm saying it again. They're one of the best two teams in the AFC.
That's my superstition. It is.
Yeah.
My football player of mine. Yeah.
All right. We got some plays from this past weekend's game against the New England Patriots, a team that wanted to go heavy at one point. I think it was midway through the third quarter, DJ. They had played almost 60% heavy personnel, which is outrageous in today's NFL, and they threw out of it a lot. So we got a lot of clips here, a lot of run plays here, and then we got one kind of fun one here at the very end. So let's get it started here. What we're going to start with, again, some heavy personnel, and I think the thing that jumps out to me, and we saw this a lot on the day, obviously, heavy box, guys getting downhill, but this kind of late motion up into the A gap or the B gap by Willie Gay Jr., this happened a lot. I don't know how often you guys did this when you were playing at the time, but what does that do? How does that change things from the offensive line? How does that make life easier for you as a linebacker?
Oh, well, I love it. All the gaps are taken. I mean, the runner has to make a decision right now, and the best decision is to just get out of the way and try to get on the edge. Try to and hopefully somebody doesn't set the edge. But this is one of those plays Spags drew up and said, "Hey, let's stem it. Let's wait a little bit." And because if you line up in this, the quarterback and the Patriots offense are going to say, "All right, guys, we got to check. You know, we got to Omaha. We got to check to something else because it's just not going to work." But when you hold it, wait till the play clock goes down a little bit, blue 42, and then move into it. They're stuck in it. It's not enough time to check out of this and this play was doomed from the start. And,
Oh my
and
goodness.
all my guy 20 had to do is just make a tackle.
Yeah, it really is. And I mean, you can kind of see showing too high at the beginning here. And then obviously this late rotation down, Nick kicks out to the outside. Like there's no place to go. This can't bounce anywhere here. I just thought it was very interesting. We've seen a little bit of this where you see this kind of uncovered gap and then somebody kind of kicks down late in the process here with Willie. How often, that's something that you guys would have done coming up, as like hey, this is a nice change of pace, confuse the offense. So yeah, I appreciate that there.
Yeah.
We're going to move on to the next one real quick here because it's something similar here. This time it's a B gap for Willie, and what you're going to see this time, the defensive line just absolutely ruins things up front, DJ. They try and reach Derrick Johnson here, nose tackle number 91, and boy, that didn't work out the way that they had intended on this particular play. And then Chris Jones on the front side making a play. What are you seeing here?
Well, it's a bear front, and whenever you have a bear front, somebody covering up the center, and then you have 2-3 techniques, regardless if that's Willie Gay Jr. or not. That B gap is taken, and you got 2 edge setters. And I mean, this is man-to-man defense. I'm sure Nick has the running back. So if I'm Nick right here, I'm like, oh, this is lovely right here. I know that if somebody comes up to me, somebody else is going to be free, and I can just flow and do my thing. But the defensive line, they looked back and said, hey, Nick, you stay back there. We're going to handle this right here. I mean, when you have 2 and 3 tacklers in the backfield on the ball carrier, that's just domination right there. I mean, Nadi just doing his thing. Nadi's always showing up. He's always solid, always working hard for a big guy. I would love to play behind him back in the day. And obviously Chris Jones is just setting the edge and just being able to defeat the blocker and get upfield. It's a lot of times where you can have your gap, and then that runner goes somewhere else. But he makes sure to say, hey, I'm going to set this edge on this 3 technique, and I'm going to get upfield to go make the play too. Just doing his job and some. Again, he's freaking best defensive player in the league.
I mean,
I mean, when you go one-on-one blocking with him, that's why you do this kind of scheme and make it a bear kind of front to make them say, hey, if you want to run it, we're going to be salty as heck if you want to do this. And Spags again, man, Spags is just kind of daring them like, hey, I know your quarterback is young. If you want to throw it up, we play good defense back there. So, hey, go on and do what you got to do.
Yeah, no, I really like, a lot of clips that we show of Chris Jones on this. He's just a phenomenal player. It's not like this is the first time he's done this all year long, but most of what we've seen is like that quick swim over that just kind of gets that immediate penetration in the backfield. This is just such a good play, locking out the left guard there, and he's setting his own edge. Like, I mean, he's essentially telling Charles Omenihu, number 90 on the outside, it's like, I got this, buddy. Don't worry about it. I'll be the one that sets the edge on this one. Wait, well, I can shut this down. So, yeah.
Well, that's the good thing about when you have a gap, everybody has an edge. So that's how I kind of picture it. So everybody has their edge, regardless of if it's the end of the line or B gap or A gap. Everybody has an edge except for the nose at the 0 spot over the center. But everybody has an edge. Win your edge. Don't skate across. Take on the blocker. Get upfield and see. Feel the guards. Feel the linemen. But see what's going on in the backfield so you can go make the play. And this was perfect.
Yeah. Just like you commented there, Derrick Johnson, such a smart player. The moment he feels that center, kind of release upfield without really getting much on him there, he knows that this right guard's going to try and down block on him. It's like, hey, fire upfield. Try and make sure you get upfield on this play. But once again, Willie Gay Jr. kicking down.
I know, but when you see stuff like this with the center going past the nose and doing this thing. The next time, as a guy like Nick Bolton would say, okay, that's cool. He's trying to get up to me. He's giving me a little stress. Next time, he's going to be a little more cautious, and he's gonna try to get a little more block on a little more friction on Noddy right there. And then that's when the linebacker play and the, being able to be free as a linebacker, stack linebacker comes to play. And it's an ultimate team game. So when you have your chance to make a play, go make it. And we'll have ours too.
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense. All right. Let's get to another one here. We've seen a little bit of cyclical play from the safeties recently, and what we've seen is a rookie player here, number 27, Shamari Connor, has kind of had to kick in down in the box in some of these three safety nickel looks, these big nickel looks. And what we see on this particular play, first of all, is outstanding play by Turk Wharton, number 98 in the middle of the park here. Great play by the linebackers, Drew and Nick. I know we want to see those two on the field together even more, but a great stick by 27 coming up on the edge here. The Patriots really couldn't get anything going in the run game, and it's because they were seeing this all day long and just at one point abandoned it, DJ, for 11 straight passing plays because they just couldn't run the ball anymore when the game was close. And, it's because of stuff like this that was making them just kind of turn away from it and say, you know what, we'd rather take our chance airing the ball out.
Yeah, with 27 Connor coming up like a linebacker, this is what you want from your DBs, man. This is everybody has their gap. I mean, Nick's trying to get up in there and take charge and go shoot his gun, which is, I love that, because now the runner says, man, I have to go somewhere else. And when you have Connor on the outside saying, hey, I got to go protect this edge and not give him so much space, be tight and aware off of this block from Charles Umenihu right here. But man, this is good team defense. Like this whole game, we shut down. It was maybe one explosive run, maybe two, but I tell you what, just the whole game, it was just like a butt kicking. It was like, man, I was almost like, Bill, you probably want to throw the ball. I don't know, maybe, but he kind of knew what he was up against, and they're trying to shorten the game. That's what they're trying to do. Even though they have a really good running back there, if your linemen are getting their butt kicked, it's just hard to do. And I get the concept. You want to run the ball as much as you can against the Chiefs because you want to keep that Superman guy on the sideline, hopefully shorten the game, but didn't quite work out for him. But man, this is everybody's. I'm trying to see who didn't do well on this play.
I know, right? This is one of those plays where everything kind of went exactly the way that Spags was kind of drawing a play like this up. Yeah,
and I'm trying to. If I was a running back coach, I'm like, I don't know what you do. You just say, hey, let's just try to block better next time because nothing over here. Nothing's open. Everybody's doing their job. And this is excellent defense. I love to see this. We have this has become normal with the Chiefs defense.
I know. Yeah, it's really nice to see. I also really like Nick wanted this one. Like you can see, a little while off, been a little while since he's had a big stick for a tackle for loss. You can see him after this play's over, kind of kicking himself a little bit because he was right there in the gap with his hands on the running back. You love to see that as well, even when the play goes well. And obviously, I'm sure he's given Shamari plenty of praise in the huddle there, but wanted that one himself. I'm sure you've been through that tons of times where you're just like, man, that was mine. I wanted that one, wanted that, in the backfield there. But, go and dap your teammate up and say, hey, yeah, let's go do that again. So
yeah. And it happens, right? You're not gonna, they get paid too. So he made a great cut in the backfield, but
correct.
At the same time, it was a cut right to Connor. So I mean, it's man, I love this, man. This is stiff right here. When you put this on film, other teams around the league say, "Hey guys, we got to eat our Wheaties this week."
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, here's a fun one, DJ. I know you love this one. This is Willie Gay Jr.'s interception here. I just love the way that he reads out this tight end. The way that he kind of reads out the quarterback, undercuts this, really has such a feel for being in the throwing lanes. We've seen it time and time again throughout his entire, career here. What jumps out to you? I can go back to this wide again. What jumps out to you about the way that he's playing this? Obviously, looking down here, seeing the tight end block initially, trying to read out, make sure it's not a run, kick out to the flat. Like, that's pretty textbook there, at least in my opinion, DJ.
It is. Willie is becoming more of a student of the game. And when you do that, big plays are available to you. And this right here shows you right here that he's not doing too much. A lot of times players and linebackers, they do too much, you do nothing, right? When you try to go get a sack, right? Because this guy's blocking. It's like, hold on, let's be patient, right? Because who is this end down here? Is that
Dana? This is Dana.
Yeah, Dana's in good position, right? So he doesn't need help. Cover your guy and get eyes back on the quarterback. And somehow you got to get in good position to say, all right, I got my guy right there, and let me get eyes back on the quarterback. Yeah. That's allowed you to be a really playmaker for any kind of defense right here. But I've seen a lot of linebackers just keep their head to the guy, and maybe the ball hits him in the back of the head, or maybe it falls down on incomplete, but it's not a big play. It's not an interception. So it's all about get in position first. Know that Dana has the quarterback. The quarterback's not going to run out, so you're good. And then get your eye back right now, and then catch the interception, man. Don't miss the layup. I wish you would have cut back, but
I think he does too.
We need them to stay healthy. We got a lot of injuries going on.
Yeah.
So just go out, let the offense score.
And he heard it, I think, from everybody else. There's one of those, kind of under the helmet things where the guys are mic'd up after all of this. Boy, I think pretty much everybody on the defense gave him hell for not scoring on this play. And then he got over the sidelines and got it more.
He's one of the very athletic linebackers, like one of the few in the league where he can actually do it. If he wants to score, he can do it.
And that's one of those things. I think we see, there for a little while, it seemed like the league was maybe going a little lighter at linebacker, trying to get guys with a little more coverage ability, as the league was, going lighter personnel and things like that. And then it kind of stalled out a little bit. Like there are very few true elite coverage linebackers. And I think there was a little bit of a focus on that by the NFL as guys that were safeties making transitions down, like a Drew Tranquil or something like that. Willie is the type of guy that, has the build to come in, stack blocks, has the build to stop the run, and has the ability to drop into coverage. So, when you see little things like you're talking about here, the ability to kind of feel that route, get his head around, get his eyes back, like that's stuff that not very many guys in the league are doing right now, DJ. It's just not there. It's not a skill set that is prevalent right now.
Yeah, and you got to be patient to do that. A lot of people panic and they say, "Oh no, don't pass it to my guy. Let me just look at my guy." Yeah, but you got to be able to do your job and some, right? You got to be able to handle your responsibility, or make plays in a sense of doing more after you finish your job. His job was to make sure that tight end did not, when he goes to the flat, make sure he doesn't catch the ball. He did that. Then he got his eyes around so he can make a play for the defense. Yeah. So he's not a robot, obviously. He's a ball player.
Yeah, obviously not. A ball player. I really did like, just to give him some props here, Nick Bolton in the middle of the field, the way that he carries this dig route from the backside tight end is a little bit underrated here. Good job getting back in phase after that initial kind of play action. Got to keep his eyes in the backfield a little bit. I mean, Mike Edwards has this covered on the backside, but this is a good job bracketing a guy that a young quarterback had just been targeting all day long and really wanted to get the ball to repeatedly. So great job by Nick that kind of forces the young quarterback to then maybe check it down to the other tight end, helping make the play for Willie there. So that's a really good play by him too.
Yeah. So, and a lot of that stuff doesn't get, broadcast because Willie got an interception, but the quarterback, if that guy's open, he throws that quicker right there before Danny even gets there, so he won't even have an opportunity to catch that interception or make a play on the ball. So again, it's the ultimate team game, and these guys are playing together well.
Yeah. Absolutely the case. Okay. Well, that's all the clips that we had for this week. DJ, coming down to the wire here. Chiefs going to play against the Raiders. Chance to make it 8 straight AFC West titles. I saw a stat earlier today, and this is just absolutely bananas to me. In 2015, everybody in the AFC West had 15 division titles except for the Chiefs, who had 8 at that point. The Chiefs now have a chance to take the lead on all of those teams. Everybody's at 15 now. They have a chance to get to 16 now. I mean, you did a lot of winning in Kansas City. You did a lot. You have division titles. You have those sorts of things. Can you kind of convey to the people how difficult it is to rule your division for that period of time? That is unheard. Like, we got the Patriots and now the Chiefs, and those are the two pinnacles of just kind of division-long dominance here. Can you speak to that a little bit?
Yeah, it's very frustrating for the other teams, for the other teams in the division, because it's like, dude, how are we going to keep up with the Chiefs? That's just every year, which is, I got a little of that, with Andy Reid when he came to town, but when Pat Mahomes came to town, he really took off with this division, and man, it's kind of really crazy when you think of it, how much we've taken over the division and how much we've owned that part of it. At the beginning of the year, you always, as a head coach, you always talk about, hey, we got to win our division. You say that before you talk about getting to the AFC Championship. You talk about that before the Super Bowl. You got to handle your division, and that's been a real key to our success, especially getting to the postseason play, is winning your division and owning it, and then after that putting yourself in position with the AFC playoff picture to have first dibs. We may not quite have first dibs this year, you never know, but we're still putting ourselves in position so we can have some some Chiefs, some Arrowhead play in the postseason, and then we'll see where it goes from there. But I tell you what, man, hats off to Andy Reid, man. Andy Reid is a freaking GOAT, man. He's an offensive guru, and to marry him with Pat Mahomes in 2017, and he didn't play until 18, which I'm still salty about because I was off the team after that. But I tell you what, man, hats off to them, and I love watching this dynasty, and it's not over yet. It's just gonna
It's not over yet. And I mean, they keep trying to crown new off-season AFC championships or AFC West champions, and it just doesn't seem to work out. And the Chiefs can put a Christmas present under the tree of every single Chiefs fans on Christmas Day, showing up and beating the Raiders. That's going to do it for this week. Once again, we've got a link down here for Derrick Johnson to Defend the Dream Foundation. It is the holidays. It is giving time. You got a little extra, throw it their way. They do great stuff for the community. So please, please, please help him out. For Derrick Johnson, I am Craig Stout. Be kind to each other, and we'll catch you later.